Drafting in Battle Royale is one of the most important things. If you don't draft a good team, you're not going to go 12-0, just plain and simple. So I want to give you guys a full guide on some of the guys I love to use in Battle Royale. Now this video is being made on 4/6. I want to do these videos probably once every Battle Royale program or something like that. That way we can give you guys some new picks as well. But this will be over all the picks from common to diamond, so there are a lot of picks in this guide. If I miss anybody, comment down below for me. I know there's a lot of people on this list. I probably missed maybe a couple of guys here. These are mostly guys that I've just used this far, so there are a lot of new prospect cards that I haven't been able to use. So if I do miss them, please let me know down below. Make sure you guys smash the like button if this does help you out, and make sure you guys are subscribing as well. Turn on all notifications, that way you guys get every video. We have a ton of tips and tricks on this channel, and we're doing some more player debuts too, so make sure you guys have that turned on. But let's get into all these different draft picks. Okay, so how we're going to start this out, we're going to go from our commons all the way up to our 99 diamonds. So I want to make sure we give you guys a good little, venture all the way going up to there. But we have a lot of important picks. We have some reasons why we choose some guys over others. But let's get into the common rounds first. So as you guys can tell on the spreadsheet, there aren't a lot of people right now. Starting pitcher is usually a filler right now that we're doing. There are 2 relief pitchers that we have thrown in there, Steve Cishek and Nick Ramirez. I'm still trying to figure out if, maybe we do want to put a relief pitcher common in the bullpen. We've been testing out a little bit, just trying to figure out, what we can do with that. But overall, I still think that we want to put those commons either as a starting pitcher or, as you guys can tell, as a position player for speed. They're going to come off the bench, not going to hit for you. They're probably going to be a pinch runner for you guys. So we're trying to do that with our common round. So now we have our bronze round. Now I know it looks a little bit daunting, but bronze picks and silver picks are super important for your drafts. They can really make or break your drafts. So we got to be locked in on these picks. But first off, let's start off with our starting pitchers and our relief pitchers. So off the rip, a lot of guys that I really like using. We've got Marco Gonzalez, Mero Kid. We're trying to find those guys that have the sinker cutter mix. They have decent per nines, and they do have some decent stamina because stamina this year means a lot more in Battle Royale. At least as of making this video, they could patch that in the future. I don't know yet, but as of right now, stamina is a really key thing. Joey Lucas is a nice one. Carlos Martinez. Mason Thompson from the Pirates is actually a really nice one as well. Lefties are a super premium. So someone like Tony Watson. We've got Tim Mazza, Brad Hand. Those guys are really good off the rip there for you guys because there just aren't a lot of lefty relievers. Some other guys that really like that are righties as well. Clay Holmes is going. Jordan Hicks, they gave him a sinker and a cutter. A lot of good stuff. Ian Kennedy was one of my favorites last year, but unfortunately they took away his cutter, so he's not as good this year. We got some other good guys down the bottom. Andrew Miller, another good lefty. Bruce Dar is now a silver down there too. Just make sure, if you guys want to pause here, just look at all these different picks right here. Lou Trevino is another great right-handed reliever. You got David Price, another sinker cutter guy. It's a lefty. So if you guys want to pause on any of these, you guys can as well because they're going to be there for you guys. So now looking at our catchers, we got Gary Sanchez is always very good in this game. Has a ton of power, has a really good swing. We also have a guy like Yermin Mercedes. I mean, he might not have the best attributes, but he has a pretty good swing too. Keybert is one of my favorite golds last night from the prospects last year. We'll see if they get that card again. And Jose Godoy is kind of a guy on my channel that everybody loves because he helped me out get 12-0 one time. So I want to throw him in there as well. Going to our first baseman. Again, we're looking for these guys to have a lot of power right here. Miguel Sano fits that mold perfectly. Matt Adams, Gavin Sheets. And then now we go to second base. Second base might not be the most overboard with all these nice bronze cards, but some of the guys that were silvers last year that we actually like to use this year as well. Someone like Rougned Odor. Rugi was one of my favorite cards last year as a silver. You got Glaber again, who's really good against lefties. Fielding sucks, but that's just Glaber for you. And you have a guy like Gavin Lux again, who's better against righties. He's a lefty, but he has a really good swing, so I love drafting him too. And then at shortstop, we have Paul DeYoung, Nico Goodrum. Nico Goodrum is one of my favorite cards to draft. His attributes might not look the best, but his swing is amazing. So if you guys ever see Nico, make sure you guys grab him. At third base, we have Jeimer Candelario, another fantastic card. Brad Miller, live series last year was amazing. I really love his card this year too. Evan Rios was my favorite bronze to take at third base too. For left field last year, we always left it for the pick of the low diamond, so the 85 to 89. As of right now, that's not really the case because, you know, there's aren't that many cards in the game. So left field is wide open. Ian Happ has been playing up like crazy. I think he's got 80 power, but he's playing up to plus 10 today. So he's got 90 power off the rip. And center field, you've got someone like Aaron Hicks. Again, these guys in the outfield can be a little bit tough because I really want to get better defense there, but I want to go over these guys because they are, you know, very good too. And then in right field, my favorite silvers last year, Cole Calhoun is now a bronze, unfortunately. But again, just guys that have really good swings, guys that I think you guys will really love and that you guys should be drafting off the rip for your bronzes. Okay, next we have our silver rounds. So silver rounds, I think, are the make or break of your team. Very, very important. We're actually starting to use a little bit more starting pitchers for silver. So we take a look right here. Something like Adam Wainwright, Chris Bassett, those guys, Hyun-Jin Ryu, have the sinker cutter mix like I'm talking about. Dustin May, another guy right there. Just really, really good guys that have good per 9 stamina in the sinker cutter mix. Relief pitchers. This year, Tyler Wells has been one of my favorite relief pitchers. Very, very good. Again, as you guys can tell, not a lot of lefty names up here. Unfortunately, just really aren't a lot of lefties in Battle Royale, especially for silvers. We got someone like Will Smith and Drew Pomerantz that don't have great pitch mixes, so unfortunately, we don't love them. At catcher, who else? Mitch Garver, amazing. Mike Zunino, guys are amazing. We love those swings. They are very, very good. At first base, we got Jesus Aguilar. Jonathan Scope is, I love Jonathan Scope so much. He's got such a really good swing. Second base, one of my favorite cards last year, Cesar Hernandez. He's a switch hitter. He's got about 80 power versus lefties. His attributes don't look great, but he's an amazing second baseman. At third base, Ryan McMahon, Suarez, Mike Moustakas. These guys were amazing last year. We freaking love those cards. Left field, we've got Mark Canha. He's been a great left field pick for us, especially for silvers. So in center field, we got somebody like Kike, can play a bunch of different positions, just an overall really good card. Someone that now is a silver compared to last year is Sam Hilliard. He was a bronze. He's got 80 power on both sides of the plate. Amazing card. His fielding's not the best. He's got good speed, though, so it kind of makes up for it. So, and then in right field, we have some of our favorites from last year. Nelson Cruz sucks at defense, but he can hit the ball very, very well. Charlie Blackmon, he's got that two-handed swing. He always has had that, which just, for me, it just feels like it generates a little bit more pop. It just got a really fluent swing, so he's always a really good pick. Okay, so now we are moving on to our gold rounds. Gold rounds, again, are very important. Don't be afraid to take a starting pitcher. Gold rounds are not bad this year, especially for stamina. Again, like we've been talking about for starting pitchers. Not bad to take there. We're just looking for some guys that have really good swings, that just have really good attributes. So let's start off with our starting pitchers. So off the rip here, we got something like Lance Lynn, a sinker cutter guy, got really, really good per 9s. One card that I think a lot of people are overlooking because of the Hunter Renfroe pick is J.R. Richard. J.R. Richard is a 6'10", Houston Astro back in the day. Huge, I think he was 6'10 or 6'7. He was a huge dude. Throws 100, has 99 velocity. He's got the 2 fastballs, a cutter, and I think a slider. I'm pretty sure is his other pitch. He always gets overlooked by that Hunter Renfroe pick as one of the mission cards, but J.R. Richard, I'm telling you guys, could be a make or break pick for you. Now we go over to our relief pitchers. Rob Dibble, the same as last year. Dude is unreal. Again, the theme of the drafts right here, there's not a lot of lefty relievers for us to choose from. I think Taylor Rogers is the only I have on this list. I might be missing somebody else, but if I do, just let me know. Blake Trinan, again, I think is probably the best relief pitcher in my opinion. Just has that sinker cutter mix, a lot of break, a lot of velocity. He plays way above his attributes, and his attributes are already amazing. So moving to our catchers, not a lot here. Will Smith, Austin Wells, new prospect cards. MJ Melendez, a new prospect card as well. Very, very good. At first base, we love Jared Walsh. Jared Walsh, amazing. Has really good power on both sides. His contact versus lefties is not very good, but Jared Walsh is one of my favorites. Our new second baseman is here with Trevor Story. Brandon Lau, a lefty, has fantastic pop. I think hit almost 40 home runs last year. I think around there. Moving to third base, Harmon Killebrew has all that power. Pretty good swing too. We got a new Troy Gloss veteran card, which has been amazing. And we move to center field, Brian Reynolds. Brian Reynolds is so good. I just love that card so much. He's very good. I promise you guys. A card that I think a lot of people are overlooking too is Ken Griffey Jr.'s rookie card. Ken Griffey Jr. always has a really good swing. We know this, right? His attributes don't look that spicy, but I promise you, His swing plays way above that. And then like I was talking about earlier with Hunter Renfroe in right field. He's pretty much everybody's automatic pick in right field, which I'm not saying is not the right pick, but J.R. Richard can give you some really good innings there too. So again, like I was talking about Hunter Renfroe earlier as a mission card, I do like him as a pick. He's a very good pick, don't get me wrong, but again, J.R. Richard, him are, you know, very, very close in my opinion. Babe Ruth, Teoscar, some of my favorite swings from last year. Just really good cards out in right field as well. So now we're moving on to the diamond picks, or 85 to 89s. As you guys tell, I have no starting pitchers here because I do not want to draft diamond pitchers. At least starting pitchers. They're not great. You don't want to do it. I promise you guys. Stay away from drafting diamond pitchers. I promise you. But let's get into our relief pitchers. We've got someone like Jose Alvarado, a lefty that throws absolute heat. He's got some pretty good per nines. Lee Smith, Adam Ottavino's veteran card again from, I think, from last year or year before that too. At catcher, Gary Sanchez. This Gary Sanchez card is unreal. He's unreal, man. At first base, the new Ryan Howard cover card might be one of my favorite cards in the game right now. Dude absolutely slaps along with David Ortiz, just like David Ortiz has been every year. At shortstop, the only one I could really find was Fernando Tatis, the cover athlete. Just dude can play anywhere. Unfortunately, his fielding sucks this year, so kind of a liability at shortstop. I'm not gonna lie, but again, he's really good at hitting. At third base, we've got kind of a small sample size here too. Josh Donaldson, the cover card is really good. Really like him. The breakout Pablo Sandoval switch hitter is very good too. Center field, Takashi Mickey Mantle. We've got Luis Robert, however you want to say his name. These guys are all really good. And then in right field, a lot of the cover athletes are really good there too. You know, you got someone like Juan Soto as well that just has that really good swing. So, okay, then moving on to our 90 to 94. Billy Wagner's card last year, I didn't think was that great. I think it had a different motion, so I didn't really like him. So he's like, I'm pretty sure the only guy I think of that is a 90 to 94, at least off the top of my head. So again, a pretty short list here. Catcher, we love Adley Rutschman. That Jorge Posada, I sucked in the beginning, but dude is unreal. And at second base, Tommy Edman again, Jazz Chisholm. This card is cracked. He's always been cracked. We love that card. And left field, you got somebody like Kirk Gibson. A lot of people haven't been able to use him yet, but he's got a pretty good swing, I've heard. And then in center field, there really are a ton of cards here. You guys can literally pick and choose on these ones because they're all very, very good. And then right field, Kyle Tucker, Mitch Haniger, again, face the franchise guys. Good attributes, really good swings. Just really like what they got going on. And then lastly, we have our 95s to 99s. Not a lot of guys here. Just aren't a lot of guys in the game right now. So we have Kenley Jansen as relief pitcher. Joe Mauer's cover card. Oh, man. He's a 96 overall. Dude's got a sweet swing. Amazing. Frank Thomas again. He was the AL collection reward. Dude, I'm batting like 650 with him. You get the Chase Utley prime card at second base. Again, unreal swing. Troy Glaus had his veteran card as a gold. Has a prime card at third base. Very good. Albert Pujols. This award series, Albert Pujols. I'm telling you guys. He's got a fantastic swing this year. They made it better. It's quicker. I promise you. He's very good. Roberto Clemente, who was a milestone. Obviously, Roberto's my favorite player of all time. We love him so much. His swing's never been the best for a lot of people, but I've done pretty well with him. So I definitely wanted to throw him in here as well. So there you have it. These are all of our picks in Battle Royale right now that I think are the best for you guys. Again, let me know down below if I missed anybody or anybody that you guys have been really loving so far. There are a lot of prospect cards, again, that I haven't used, so I might have glossed over some of those guys. But please just let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.